Welcome, adventurers, to Alaska, a land of untamed beauty and forgotten dreams. My name is Sam, and today we're stepping back in time to explore Alaska's abandoned gold rush towns. These places were once alive with hope and ambition, where thousands risked everything for a shot at fortune. We'll trek through rugged landscapes, uncover relics, and feel the echoes of those who dared to dream big. This isn't just a trip, it's an expedition into the soul of the last frontier. The wild is calling. Let's begin our journey. Kennecott, perched by the glacier, is a haunting reminder of Alaska's past. Once a thriving copper town, its red mill now stands silent, surrounded by wild mountains and ice. Walking through empty halls, you feel the presence of those who lived and worked here. Nature is reclaiming the ruins, wildflowers growing through old machinery. Kennecott's story is a lesson in ambition, impermanence, and the enduring power of the wild. The adventure continues. Next, we head to Nome, legendary for its gold rush chaos and the wild Bering Sea. Here the wind bites and the isolation is profound. In 1899, gold was found in the very sands of the beach, sparking a stampede. Within a year, 20,000 people flooded this barren coast, desperate for fortune. Today Nome survives, but the gold rush spirit lingers in its people and landscape. Rusting gold dredges dot the tundra, monuments to a bygone era. The Swanberg dredge, a massive relic, once chewed through earth in search of gold. The scale of mining here scarred the land, but also tells a story of relentless ambition. On the beach you still find people searching for gold, now with modern dredges just offshore. The dream never died, it just evolved. Nome's Wild West days were infamous. Saloons, claim jumpers, and legends like Wyatt Earp. Early buildings were driftwood and canvas, survival a daily battle. On the outskirts, abandoned cabins and mining camps sink into the permafrost. Each artifact, bottles, tools connects us to those who struggled here. The Iditarod sled dog race, ending in Nome, is a living link to the past, a testament to survival and grit. The Bering Sea dominates life here, in winter frozen solid, in summer a cold, endless expanse. The weather is extreme, the sea both giver and taker of life. Unlike Kennecott, Nome adapted and endured, becoming a hub for native villages and regional life. Yet it never lost its frontier edge. The past is alive in every face, every building, every gust of wind. As the Arctic sun casts golden light over the water, you understand the allure. Gold drove thousands here. Most left with nothing, but some found fortune. Their stories echo along these golden sands. Nome is a survivor, a gritty town that wears its history with pride. The gold rush spirit is still alive just beneath the surface. Here the past and present walk side by side. Nome's legend endures, as wild and untamed as the sea itself. Our journey presses on. Now we travel to Dyea, the forgotten rival of Skagway and gateway to the Klondike. Once a city of 10,000, Dyea is now swallowed by temperate rainforest. Walking here you push through thickets and stumble on mossy foundations. Nature's quiet reclamation. Dyea was the start of the Chilkoot Trail, the steep, grueling path to Yukon gold. Thousands landed here, hauling a year's supplies over the mountains. The town exploded overnight. Hotels, saloons, banks, all gone now. Today, only the cry of eagles and the rush of the Taya River remain. The Slide Cemetery is a somber reminder. Over 60 men lost to the 1898 avalanche. Most never found gold, many never survived the journey. The ambition was staggering, carrying a ton of gear trip after trip up the golden stairs. In the forest, rusted cans and broken boots are all that's left, tangible links to the past. Dyea's fate was sealed by disaster and progress, an avalanche, then a rival railway from Skagway. The town emptied as quickly as it filled and the forest took over. Roots pry apart stone, moss softens every edge, nature erases human effort with quiet persistence. Standing on what was once Main Street, you need a map and imagination to see the past. Here was the bank, there the saloon, the hardware store, now just shadows in the woods. Dyea's lesson is impermanence, a flash of importance, then gone. It's a ghost town in the truest sense, almost physically vanished, but spiritually powerful. The forest holds these stories in a respectful embrace. Dyea is a place for quiet contemplation on ambition and time. Here, the gold rush drama played out and faded, leaving only echoes. The silence is profound, the lesson humbling. Nature always reclaims. Dyea is a living laboratory of loss and renewal. The past is never far, just hidden beneath the green. In Dyea, the wild always wins. Our journey continues deeper into Alaska's forgotten heart, onward. Deep in Alaska's interior lies Flat, a place so remote most Alaskans have never heard of it. Reaching Flat means flying in by bushplane, landing on a gravel strip surrounded by endless wilderness. Once, Flat was the second largest settlement in Alaska, fueled by a gold rush that rivaled any in the world. Today, it's eerily silent, buildings collapsing into muskeg, the wet ground slowly consuming all. Massive machinery engines and even an abandoned airplane litter the landscape, too costly to remove, left to rust. Inside the old general store, shelves still hold cans and bottles from decades past, a time capsule of a vanished life. The air is thick with dust and decay, the silence almost overwhelming. Outside, dredge tailings stretch for miles, a man-made mountain range, a permanent scar on the land. Surviving here took incredible toughness, brutal winters, swarms of mosquitoes, and utter isolation. Flat isn't preserved or curated, it's raw, authentic, and risky to explore. Every step is a reminder of the real dangers and the real lives once lived here. In a log cabin, a child's boot tells a story of hope and quiet departure. Families tried to build a life in this harsh place. The silence is the most powerful character. No hum of electricity, no distant traffic, just wind and your own heartbeat. Flat is both dead and alive with stories, a testament to the boom and bust cycle of resource towns. When the gold ran out, the town's purpose vanished, and so did its people. Now, Flat is slowly vanishing back into the wild. It's lonely, beautiful, and unforgettable. Here, you confront the scale of the wilderness and your own smallness within it. Flat's legacy is a warning and a wonder. The wild always reclaims. The silence here is absolute, a rare, haunting peace. Flat is a place where history is not just remembered, but felt. The past lingers in every ruin, every echo. Leaving Flat feels like waking from a dream. The wilderness is patient, it always wins. Our journey presses on, deeper into Alaska's lost gold country. The story of Flat is the story of Alaska, ambition, struggle, and the relentless return of the wild. Onward to the last great rush. Our final stop is Chisana, pronounced Shoshana, the site of Alaska's last great gold rush. Hidden in a high remote valley, Chisana is a ghost town few will ever see. Getting here is an expedition, flying over glaciers and mountains into true wilderness. The rush began in 1913, a throwback to the frantic stampedes of old. Thousands arrived, braving brutal conditions for a shot at gold. Chisana's preservation is remarkable. Log cabins still stand, silvered by a century of sun and wind. Inside you find bed frames, collapsed tables, and newspapers from 1914, a time capsule of hope and hardship. The first stampeders arrived as winter set in, many unprepared for the deadly cold. Survival meant enduring 40-below nights in hastily built shelters. Chisana is not entirely abandoned. A handful of hardy souls still live here, true modern pioneers. Their presence makes history feel alive, a living, breathing story. The landscape is stunning, wide river valleys, mineral-stained mountains, grizzly and caribou country. Here you are a guest in the wild, always aware, always respectful. The gold rush was short-lived. The richest deposits played out quickly. Most left, but a few stayed. Their descendants still here today. Mining relics, sluice boxes, hand tools, dot the creeks, each a monument to a dream. Sitting by the creek, you can imagine the thrill of finding that first flash of gold. Chisana marks the end of an era, the last time thousands raced into the wild for gold. After this, the world changed. The age of the lone prospector faded. Chisana is a story of endurance, of buildings, families, and the wild spirit that drew people here. As we prepare to leave, the cabins below are a symbol of peace and persistence. Chisana is not a story of failure, but of survival. The echoes of the gold rush are clearer here than anywhere else. It's the perfect place to end our journey. The wild spirit endures, calling to those who seek adventure. Alaska's gold towns may be fading, but their stories remain. The journey is never truly over. Until next time, the wild awaits. Our journey through Alaska's forgotten gold rush towns ends here. We've walked in the footsteps of dreamers and witnessed nature's power to reclaim. These places are sacred ground, stories of courage, ambition, and survival. If you feel the call to explore, subscribe, and join our tribe, thank you for sharing this adventure. Stay curious, stay wild, and never stop exploring. The journey is everything.